Husky Light here. Hope you're all really well. Right, I've promised to do this video for you, so I'm doing it on how to manifest on bigger things. So I've got on my notes here, I've got my prop. We'll get on with it. Now, I said in an earlier video that I know that on a daily basis I can just manifest all sorts of stuff that I don't really need. There's no point in it being there. But because I've thought about it, said it in a conversation, seen it, it will just appear. And it's usually stuff that I don't really care about either. It's just mundane daily stuff. But it will just re-manifest. Because I've said it or talked about it, whatever. Anyway, so I have been, even before I woke up, even before all of this started happening, going back years and years ago, I was always a big fan of The Secret and the law of attraction and things like that. But I think when they do that and when you read the book, there's always certain bits they seem to miss out, or at least when I tried it years ago, or tried it over the years and thought, why is it not working? That's rubbish. It was because I wasn't quite getting it. I wasn't quite getting the concept behind it, quite understanding it, and in all honesty I didn't really know how to get the feeling and the intent behind it as well, which is one of the main things that actually manifests the things that you want in your life, the bigger things, the things that you care about, not the rubbish things, the things that you actually care about. So I've worked it out into 4 steps for you. I'm going to go through all the 4 steps with you in as much sort of detail as I can do, so that you understand each bit. Now, I am doing this, let me say from the start of this, I'm doing it on the assumption that everyone who tries this already has a healthy, secure, loving relationship with themselves, which means you already love yourself, you already know that you are valuable, you're amazing, you're brilliant. When you don't believe that sort of thing on a core level, that's when it starts to block you and cause problems, and the things that you're trying to manifest may not manifest at all, or may not manifest for a long time, because there will be certain blocks inside you where in your subconscious somewhere, if you're trying to manifest a new relationship, or manifest some money, or manifest a car, or somewhere in your subconscious, without you even knowing it, sometimes one of your blocks will be, I am not worthy to have a new car, I'm not valuable enough to have a new car, why would the universe give me a car, because I'm just rubbish. So I'm going on the assumption, while we do this, that all of you are having do have a healthy core relationship with themselves. If you don't, you may not be aware of it, and you might this might actually bring it out. You think, oh God, I've got a block somewhere here, and it's something we can look at in future things. I want to do a manifesting workshops, which I will now sort out. When I've done this, I will sort out the date and everything, but at the moment I just want to concentrate on going through the steps and telling you the feelings behind it and everything as we go through. So you need to be dedicated as well. You need to not do this for a couple of nights or a couple of mornings and then think, it's not working, sod it, or change it onto something else. You have to be dedicated, you have to stick to it, you have to believe in it. This is your core. You've got to believe in it, and you've got to believe that you can do it. Okay, and stay completely dedicated, and at the same time have fun with it. The one that I'm going to teach you, I'm going to do it as well, and I'm going to do it for 2 weeks until it shows up, or I'll carry on and keep doing it until it shows up, and it might not take 2 weeks for yours to appear. It might appear after a couple of days, it might appear after 24 hours, it might appear after a month. It all depends what it is and what your intentions are and everything else. The core is, though, you have to believe that it's going to work. It is. It's fine. It's going to work. You're brilliant, and it's coming. And actually, the universe, once you've done this, will actually start to show you signs that it's coming from the other side, that it's on its way, and you'll start to see. So I'll explain that anyway. So 5 minutes every day we're going to do this for, either first thing in the morning or last thing at night. If you do it first thing in the morning, is a really good time, because it's before your head gets full of the day's clutter, before your head starts churning it, that moment when you wake up in the morning and your head's pretty clear because you've had a good night's sleep, and you're feeling okay. That's a good time to do it. And the other time to do it is just before you go to sleep at night, the last thing you do before you go to bed, because if you do it last thing at night, once you've done it, you're going to go to sleep, which is another really good way of releasing the intention out into the universe, because you're forgetting about it, you're fast asleep, you can't think about it, you can't obsess over it, you're asleep, and that's it. So 5 minutes. So the first thing that we want to do, and you can either do this on your own. If you're on your own, you can do this on your own as your own little project, or if you're married, you've got a partner, whatever. Try and do it for fun. Do it together. See what you can manifest together. See how clever you both are together, because I know that if you do it in 2 or more, which is why I want to do the workshop, the collective strength of it just gets so powerful. The universe has no other choice but to give it to you in the end. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of all the crap that's in your head that you've had throughout the day. If you're doing it first thing in the morning and your head's clear, then you probably don't need to do it. If you're doing it later on in the evening, then this is something that you're going to need to do. Now, I saw this on another video somewhere, and I thought it was a good way of doing it. So get yourself a bowl. If you're with a partner, sit down opposite your partner with the bowl, and you are going to get rid of the crap that's in your head and get your head clear first of all, and you're going to take turns at it. You only need to do it for about a minute, if that. You don't need to go into loads of details, you don't need to start ranting or anything, you just need to say the basics, okay? So, I will, right, what have I got in my head that's been stuck in my head? I've been worrying about making this video, and making sure that I can get all the details out into the video as to what I want to say. I've also had on my mind today that I've got several jobs in the house that I need to do, and a little list of things to do which I haven't managed to get round to today, and of course if you don't get round to it, it starts building up a bit. I've been worried about whether my daughter's alright while she's at school, that she's happy and that she's safe and she's having a good time there. I'm worried and aware that I have to go and pick her up from a friend's house in a bit, so I'm hoping I can get this video done and sorted before I go and get her. So I've gone blur, 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 got rid of all the rubbish that's in my head, that's been going around my head for today. Okay. Once you've done that, and your partner, while you're doing that, he or she is just listening to you and nodding their head, and they're not joining in, they're not going, oh, I didn't know that happened to you today, what are you worried about that for? Just hear each other as you're saying it, as a way to get it done, okay? So you only need to spend about a minute doing that, each of you. Pass the bowl over. And then swap, and the other one does it. Exactly the same thing. They talk about what's been on their mind, what they've been thinking about, what's been bugging them, until it's just all up, okay? If you are on your own, you're still going to do this. You've got your bowl, but what you're going to do is you're actually going to write it, get a pen and a pad, You're going to write down the things that have been bugging you all day, one by one. Once you've written them down, you're going to read them out, okay, while holding this, because as you're reading them out, they're going into here and they're done with. And again, you only need to spend about a minute, if that, churning out the stuff that you've been thinking of. So that's that. Once you've got all the crap into the bowl and your head's clear and it's feeling clearer, you're just going to get the bowl and you go, ugh. You're just going to chuck it out the window, out the back door, wherever. You're just going to metaphorically pretend to throw all the crap away and get rid of it so your head's clear. So you've done that. On to stage 2. Again, if you're in a couple, you're just going to take turns at it. One of you's going to go first, the other one's going to listen, and then you're going to swap around. So you are now, you need to get into a really good feeling of being thankful, being grateful, and in that place of, you're not worrying about the future, you're not worried about the past, you're in the moment, and in this moment everything's perfect, everything's brilliant, you're not worried about anything, everything's good, and you're thankful for that, and you have abundance already in this moment. You're not hungry, you've got a drink with you, you're warm, you're safe, you're loved, everything's good in this moment. And this is, we need to get this feeling and we need to amplify it a bit, and the best way to do that is to start to be really, really thankful. So this is the second stage that you need to do. So, and again, do we write it down if you're on your own? Yeah. Doing it with a partner, if you're on your own, again, just write out what you're thankful for, and it will not take long for you to get into that amazing feeling that you need, the intention, the vibration, get the vibration up that you need to start manifesting, to get into that, into the vortex, to do that. So write it down if you're on your own, and then read it out. There is a lot of power in you actually saying the words out loud. It helps you. I'm not saying it just to make you do more work. There is a reason behind why you're doing it psychologically. So here we go. I am thankful for my children. I am so appreciative and thankful for the fact I'm not stood outside at the moment because it's throwing it down. I am thankful for being warm. I'm thankful and appreciative of my family, for the love of my family, for my dogs, my cats, my fish, my YouTube channel, my subscribers. I'm so thank you. I'm thankful, appreciative, blessed, absolutely blessed with the things that I have in my life, and I feel an abundance of them already. In this moment I have no real need for anything else, because I've just got, wow, I just feel brilliant. And get yourself up to the point where you just think, wow, do you know what, I'm doing alright, I feel great, I feel good, I feel really, really thankful. Okay, so this is the point you need to get up to. So say it to each other about what you're thankful for, right? And do it for as long as it takes, but it shouldn't take too long to get the vibration, and you will feel good. You will feel your attitude, your mood change as you're being thankful, to one of just being relieved, whole, not worried, anything, just perfect in the moment. That is the feeling that you want to get together. When you've got that feeling together, it's at that point you can actually then think, right, stage 3, this is deciding what you want to manifest. Okay, so hey, imagination, you can start thinking whatever you want to think. What do you really, really want? What do you want in this life? Don't pick. The feeling you have to have when you choose something is, no no matter what it is, even if you didn't get it, you would still feel that feeling as if you had it, that feeling of abundance. You're not going to feel a lack of it, you're not going to miss it if you don't have it, because then you would be manifesting the missing feeling or the lack of feeling. So you have to already feel like you've got it and it's with you, and so you're going to concentrate on the feelings that brings about with it. So, and it can be anything. So I'm going to I want to manifest £1,000 in my bank account by the end of May 2015 or thereabouts. Now, I'm not putting an exact date for the last day of May because I don't want to put any pressure on myself, and I don't want to feel any resistance. I don't want to be having to push it and worry about it. So a few days either side, and I could manifest it tomorrow or the day after or a couple of days after the end of May. So I'm doing it as a general, but I've got the end of May, and you can do it for whatever time limit you want to do it for. So if you're on your own, this is a really important bit. You need to record this bit. So if you've got a little recorder on your phone or your iPad or whatever, the camera on your PC, you need to record it. Again, psychologically, it's proven that it has a really profound, powerful effect on you if you know that you're either being listened to or it's recorded, which is giving you the same feeling as being listened to, and saying it out loud, the fact that it's being recorded. So you need to, that's a really important bit for this bit, you need to do that. So I've decided what I want, I've decided the time scale on it, and now I need to plan out in my head what it would actually be like to already have that £1,000 in my account, and what it would feel like. But I want to include all the 5 senses. So I want to include seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, feeling, touching, same thing. All my 5 senses I want to have included within this imagination of what it's going to be like to have it, this manifestation. I was going to say something else then, and I was going to say a little fantasy, and it's not fantasy, it's a reality that you're bringing into your mind. Don't confuse it or think that it's not real. It is real. You've already got it. It's already here. You just need to bring those feelings about. You've already got the feeling of gratitude, and everything's fine, and it's wonderful and great. So hello back. Sorry about that. I had to go and pick my little girl up in the middle. I knew I'd run out of time. So in the vortex, we're feeling good. We've got all the feelings going. We're going to employ all of the 5 senses. So with me, for example, I am going to start to say things like, wow, do you know what? I've got £1,000 in my bank account, and it's so good because every single day it's not appeared in one chunk. It's pouring in from all different directions. I've got the universe is showing me signs that it's manifesting. The universe is giving me ideas and inspiration for to bring this money in. I'm getting these thoughts and these feelings, and I'm so grateful because I'm looking at it. I feel so pleased and so abundant. I'm sat here looking at my bank account. The window's open. I can feel the breeze coming through the window, and I can smell the flowers outside in my garden because the window's open. It's such a beautiful smell. My daughter's just come down and given me a big hug, and I can hear her laughing because I'm going to go out and buy her some new things. and I've got all this money, and I can use that to help people. I can give some to charity. I can do all sorts with it, and I'm just so grateful for it, and I feel so amazing and feel so fantastic. It's great. It's great, and I can't wait to decide what I'm going to do with it, or and keep it there. Now, have I got everything in? So as you can see, as I'm doing it, I'm building this picture and putting detail into the picture as I'm imagining already having it. I've got the feeling of being really grateful and being happy because it's in my bank. I'm looking at it so I can see it. I can hear the birds outside. I can feel the breeze. Smell the flowers that are outside in the garden. I'm having my cup of green tea while I'm looking at my bank account. Yay! Wow, how cool is that? I'm doing a little dance, and it's just all absolutely wonderful. So I've managed to employ get all five senses into that imagination. This is what you want to do with your partner. So do this to your partner, say what you want, get as much detail into it, get as excited as you can about it. It's really good. And then let your partner do the same. And as I say, if you're on your own, you need to record it, because then it tricks your mind into thinking, into believing it even more, because somebody else has heard you, it's being recorded, they don't know it's not real. Your mind doesn't know it's not real, and it's like somebody else is there. So you've both done this, or you've done it on your own, and you've had fun with it, and you felt great while you've been doing it, and you're keeping hold of that feeling. That's the main intent that you've got to put behind it, is that you feel really, really good, like you've already got it. There is no desperation there's no desperation, there's no needy feelings wanting it. You've already got it. It's already there. That's how you're acting. Right. The last thing you need to do once you've done all this is you need to then release it and let go. Let go of the thought of it for the day, until you do it again, because you need to give your angels, the universe, a chance to start manifesting it for you, to get it into the vortex, to let them know what you want, and for them to start working behind the scenes and getting it together for you. So you have to let it go. If you hang it onto it, the universe doesn't want to know. And if you're thinking about it all day, going, oh, I hope it's going to happen, and when's it coming through? And I'm really worried because I really, really need it. You don't need it. You've got to act like you've already got it. So number 4 is to release the intention into the universe, or it just won't work. Do not be attached in any way to it. So what you need to do now as your last step is you are going to turn it into a picture. So I would, in my mind, in my imagination, I'd close my eyes and I would imagine a little Polaroid picture, or a picture of maybe the screen with my bank account on and £1,000 written in it. Whatever your partner wants, because it can be something different, doesn't have to be the same as yours. You're going to imagine what they want put into a picture as well. Now both of these pictures, if you're on your own, it's just the one picture, but it's the same procedure for all of you. If you've got these 2 pictures, you need, in your imagination, to take these 2 pictures that are in your head and imagine that they are in your heart chakra. You need to open your heart chakra, feel the love that's coming out, feel how grateful you are and happy. Get these 2 pictures into your heart chakra. Now when I close my eyes and I imagine my heart chakra, I know my heart chakra is green. I'm not talking about the red beating, blood pumping heart. I'm talking about your heart chakra, which is, a lot of people picture them as flowers up. Imagine it as a green swirly circle, You know those lollipops with the swirls that go round, the big ones that you get on the fairgrounds? Sort of like that. It's green, it's here and inside. Got your two pictures, you're going to move them down into your heart chakra and feel how you feel, keep that feeling. Now imagine that around the two pictures you can see little sparkly white gold lights going off as your heart chakra is coming to life, and you can feel it expanding. You can feel the abundance already there, and the gratitude and the love. And as you imagine all these little bright gold white lights, they start getting bigger until they start to fill the whole of your heart chakra. From there, this white gold light is going to start to fill your entire body. So it's going to go right down, it's going to go through your arms, it's going to go down your torso, right down your legs, right down to your toes, right down to the ends of your fingers, up here, all the way up to your crown chakra, till imagine that whole, the inside of your body is filled with this beautiful white gold light, until it's so full of this beautiful white gold light, it is going to start to break out of your crown chakra. Okay, and it's going to break out and it's going to go whoosh, and all this light is going to go straight up to the sky, up into the universe, and within the white gold light is your pictures, your intentions, your feelings of wanting it, and it's gone. And you're going to do that until you imagine that all of that white gold light that's gone all over your body is all of it has dissipated. It's come out of the top of your head, out of your crown chakra, and it's gone, and you've released it. As soon as you've done that, you need to actually finish it. It's almost like saying it's sort of like saying a spell. So you can say something along the lines, but you have to say something along the lines of so mote it be, and so it is. I release it. I've let it go. And then forget about it until the next day, until you do it again. Just forget about it. Don't worry about it. It's with the universe now. They're dealing with it. You don't know how it's going to happen. You're not worried about how it's going to happen. It's not your job to worry about how it's going to happen. You've asked for it. You've put the intentions there. Now it's going to start to come back, and you're going to be dedicated, and you're going to believe in it, and you're going to do it every day until you start to see the evidence that is coming in. So, for instance, I've asked for £1,000 by the end of the month, round about the end of the month, beginning of June. So maybe while I'm out shopping one day, over the next few days, I'll get this thought, buy a lottery ticket, just that inspirational little thought, and I might get a scratch card and win 50 quid on it or something, or 100 quid. Oh wow, cool, into the bank. And get several readings through, and donations coming through. I might get, I've sent off one of those PPI things where you get the bank charges over the years back to you when they've missold your insurance and everything. You know, something like that might come through the door, unexpected, and it'll start to come through in the most unexpected ways, and you'll start to see signs of it starting to manifest, which will help you to believe more and keep the belief